What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to of course be talking about with you guys. In today's video I actually want to talk about the recent report that actually suggests that the Los Angeles Lakers are reportedly going to be open to trying to trade for Ben Simmons as well as the Golden State Warriors. Now, we've heard a lot about the Warriors, so I won't probably touch on that really that much this video. But this is all being reported by Jason Dumas. Now, I don't really like this at all. I think Ben Simmons would actually be... I think, well, if you didn't have Russell Westbrook on the team, it might have been alright. But I still don't think Ben Simmons makes any sense to play with the Los Angeles Lakers whatsoever, because he is so much like LeBron that it just wouldn't really work out, I don't think. Both are point forwards. Again, LeBron James is just, of course, can actually shoot the ball. So that's really your big difference. And that's like, kind of comparing them now, you really do realize, like, Ben Simmons could genuinely be the best player in the league if he just got a jump shot and started shooting. Like, that's how crazy it is to realize, like, how good Ben Simmons could be. But he's just not. Again, I think the reason Russell Westbrook makes a little bit more sense for this team is because, he's not an overall good shooter at all. Like, he's a terrible three-point shooter. I think the reason, though, he is a little bit better for this Los Angeles Lakers team is because just because he's a bad shooter doesn't mean he isn't confident in himself to, continue to shoot throughout a game. For example, when Ben Simmons stuffs up, a shot or something like that, there are often times where he goes into his shell and doesn't do anything for the rest of the game. While Russell Westbrook, the thing with Westbrook is, though, he'll continuously make these layups, he'll continuously be aggressive, and he'll continuously be, pretty decent on mid-range shooting. And that's what makes him still, I think, a difficult option, and maybe, I don't want to say a more difficult option than Ben Simmons, because I don't know if that's necessarily true, but what I'm trying to say is players won't, they'll always guard Russell Westbrook no matter how bad he's shooting, unless it's from three, of course. But if it goes to a mid-range, people are guarding him. There are legit players in the NBA that when Ben Simmons is not doing too well, there are players that will often give him space next to the ring. Like, we saw it happen in the playoffs when players legitimately gave him space next to the ring, and then there was this one clip where they gave him that much space and he got the ball and had a complete open dunk or open layup, and he passed the ball to Matisse Thybulle. That's how nervous this guy gets. I just think Russell Westbrook is a much more reliable player offensively than what Ben Simmons is. And look, he's not a better defender or anything like that, don't get me wrong. He's not a better rebounder or anything like that. And I don't know if he's necessarily a better playmaker, but he is still more of a lethal option, when it does come to scoring. Now, I don't necessarily know how this, I don't really know why this reporter is kind of reporting on this. Like, clearly it must be true because he's got his, he must have evidence to be reporting this, but I just still feel like it doesn't really make too much sense for the Los Angeles Lakers to, of course, be going out and trying to make something like this happen, in my opinion. I don't really rate it at all, and I think they should be sticking towards, of course, Russell Westbrook and see how he goes this season. I've heard there's also rumors that Carmelo Anthony will be coming off the bench, which I really, really don't like. Look, I know Carmelo might be better off the bench for this Los Angeles Lakers team, but I kind of just hope he started with LeBron. Like, I thought it would be really cool if he did. Look, whether or not they're going to be better, offensively with Carmelo starting or not will be the question, I suppose. But when it comes to the playoffs, I think he'll start because they usually start 8A in the playoffs, so you have more of a small ball, lineup, I suppose. Which, who knows if they'll, continue to do that, I suppose, this upcoming season. But when we look at it, I see a lot of people starting Malik Monk on this team as well. Trust me when I say this, Malik Monk will not start on this team. A lot of people look at his three-point percentage and go, wow, this guy is a lethal shooter. He's really not that lethal from the catch and shoot. Like, he's a good catch and shoot player, but I don't think he's the guy. I don't think he'll be starting Like, I'm pretty confident he won't start. I'm pretty sure they'll start a dude like Wayne Ellington, who's just a consistent catch and shoot player, legit all the time. I think a starting 5 will most likely be Russell Westbrook at point guard, Wayne Ellington at shooting guard, LeBron at small forward, AD at power forward, and Dwight at center. Then I think your backup point guards like Kendrick Nunn, backup shooting guard, maybe Malik Monk there. You know, Carmelo Anthony will be a backup forward. Who they have as their backup center, I'm not really too sure. I would imagine like AD would probably come in as like their backup center once he's done playing his power forward minutes. That's what I could potentially see, because they didn't really, I don't believe they added too much depth to their backup center position. I just can't really see them, you know, giving Marcus Sol exactly too much minutes on this team. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, they just had maybe a small ball dude come in as their backup center here and there. Again, I think playing center will mostly be AD or Dwight. And then I guess Marcus Sol might play like 5 to 12 minutes a game, maybe. Who even knows? Who even knows what they're gonna do with him there? So it will be really interesting to see, I suppose, how they all do go about this. But yeah, they're not going out and getting, they're not going out and getting you know, Ben Simmons. I don't think. I just can't see it really happening at all. I'd be surprised if it happened. And I think, yeah, he'll most likely be remaining on Philadelphia for another season. Then they'll probably trade him at the deadline or something like that. But I guess it's going to be really all up in the air to kind of see how this, of course, does unfold. But if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for the latest NBA content and NBA news. Don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/long channels. And don't forget to check out my podcast down below if you haven't already. And of course, you know, just don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions on all of this. But as I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.